But nothing in this world that I like more than checks. All I really want to see is us. I don't really need to be anything. All a bad bitch needs.
That's enough. Right, welcome back to my channel, Just Making Math. And today we're going to be talking about Forex and how you can make loads of money in just a few weeks if you just follow my trade signals on Instagram. Wicked. Alright, welcome back everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're talking about Forex. We're going to be talking about what is Forex, why do people get into Forex or want to get into Forex, and some common myths, not rumours, myths and things you see on social media. Before we get into it, again, if you haven't seen my introduction video, I'll leave a link below. It's basically just to re-emphasise the point that this isn't a me teach you kind of thing. I'm not claiming to be a teacher or know everything in this field. This is basically for me to document my learnings, my knowledge and my process, which I'm going to personally review. So if you take value from it, great. But use Google and take everything I say as a pinch of salt. Alright? Cool. So, first question I guess is, what is Forex? Forex is the buying and selling of currencies across a global market, 5 days a week, 24 hours. So depending obviously where you live, time zones, Friday evening, Sunday evening, that's your respite period. So there's hundreds and hundreds of currencies you can trade against each other, but there's 8 majors. They are Australian dollar, Canadian dollar, Swiss franc, the euro, the pound, Great British pound, Japanese yen, the US dollar and the Kiwi dollar. So they're the 8 majors. And what we're basically doing as a Forex trader, you're looking for appreciation or depreciation against the currencies against each other. So you may be trading the US dollar and the Japanese yen, and you might be looking for appreciation on the US dollar against the Japanese yen. Which, if you simplify that, is basically like when you go on holiday, you go to France, you want the euros, you give them £20, they may give you 30 euros. I mean, today it's probably about 22 euros you get back, but that's just saying the appreciation of the pound versus the euro. Simple as that. So that is what it is. Obviously, I'm gonna cut this there and then I'm gonna come back. So, why Forex is a big question. Why? So what I'll do, I'll list off a few bullet points and then we'll go back through and talk about them. So first one, it can become your main income source. If people don't believe that, they're stupid and uneducated, because it can be. It's scalable through consistency, probably the most valuable thing you can get. Financial freedom, obviously it's an appealing thing to everyone, but more appealing is that you get your time back, the most precious commodity. You really can spend about 3 to 4 hours a day on charts, and that is it. So you definitely can get your time back. And then I guess the cliche leave your 9 to 5. That's always, oh, my lights just died. Good. Yeah, so you can leave your 9 to 5, which is a social term that everyone absolutely loves. So we go back through them. Main income source. That kind of ties in with the second point, which is scalable through consistency, like I said. What this means is basically scalable through consistency through time. So we'll get onto it, but it's not a get rich quick scheme. So it's scalable. So you'll start with a small account, I don't know, say £2,000. You'll start at £2,000, even £5,000. But then if you look long term, you look at what that can be in 5 years, it's crazy. So if you literally search in Google, go to compound interest calculator, put in your base amount of 5,000, put in an interest rate of 36%. That's pretty average for a trader who's consistent. So 3% a month they're making, times up with 12, so 36 for 3 years. And then you look at that end number, and it's actually quite scary for the money you can make if you're consistent through percentages. It's a big number.
Paint job, what do you think?
I like fucking money!
So some people don't believe it. They don't think it's true. They think it's a scam. They think it's gambling, but it really is a thing. The next point is financial freedom. obviously this is a massive benefit and kind of explains itself. You can become financially, no worries. You can do that. And then the last two, the most important two, I think, is that you get your time back and you get to leave your 9 to 5. I mean, leave your 9 to 5 is quite, like say, a social cliche thing, but you really do get your time back if you put in the hours up front, if you plan correctly, you're doing the right things, you know exactly what you're looking for, and if that doesn't come up in the markets, you go nowhere near it. You're not waiting for something, you're not chasing it. So you set your alerts, boom, it pops up, wicked. I enter the trade, I walk away. Done. As simple as that. So I guess that's the main reasons why people do it. And then I guess we should cover, the myths. The myths about Forex. So I'll list them. So it's gambling. It's a get-rich-quick scheme. Signals. Social media signals. So we'll go through it's gambling, first of all. Is it gambling? No. Can it be? Yes, massively. And this is where signals come into it. So it's basically a game of probability, right? So it's like coin theory. You have 100 coin flips. We probably all agree that it's 50% chance of heads and tails. Now you don't know how that's going to come out in terms of frequency, but we would say 50%. In Forex trading, it's all about having the edge on the market, right? So if you've done your testing, you've done your back testing, that you know if this certain thing happens in the market over a scale of data, I don't know, maybe let's say you've tested this one thing that happens in the market 500 times. You know, out of that 500 times, 70% of the time it went in your favor. That now means you've got a 70-30 probability rate. So it's exactly the same like the coin theory. If I said to you that the heads has a 70% chance of turning up rather than the tails, you're going to back your heads. You're going to back the heads, right? So that's exactly what it is. As soon as you figure out your edge in the market, something that works over time, scalable through data, that's your edge. Whereas signals come in, you're putting a trade on from old Sammy Signals FX. You don't know what his strategy is. You don't know what he's back tested. You don't know if he's just getting his signal from Tom. So that is why it's gambling. You have no idea where this trade is coming from and any information to do with it. So just to reiterate, is it gambling? It can be for the uneducated. And to be honest, all these social influencers that are promoting it on Instagram, yeah, it's basically just gambling. So it's pretty pointless for them. The next point, get rich quick. Absolute myth. It's stupid to think that you're going to get rich quick. Have people made big accounts in short amount of time? Yeah, probably, sure. Was it luck? Possibly. Would you be the person to do it? Probably not, no. It's very naive to think that you can enter something that's global, that's, literally bigger than banks. You're not going to be able to get rich quick and sustain it. That's the main thing. You need to be consistent. So that's that one. And then the last bit, the 90% rule. So it's not so much a myth, it's just quite a scary stat and statistics that 90% of retail traders, so Joeys like me and yourself, they lose 90% of their capital, so the money in their account. They lose 90% of that in the first 90 days of trading. I mean, that's based on multiple reasons, but mainly it's poor risk management or no risk management, mainly FOMO, fear of missing out, emotions. So you might go into, let's just take an example, you've got £500 in your account, Sammy sent you a signal, you put it on, you haven't got a clue what you've done, you just put on some money, check your phone, you're 50 quid down, shit, 10% gone already. He pops up another one, here you go, buy the Japanese yen, sweet. You put double your lot size on because you want to make the money back that you've just lost. Suddenly, you have some more money down, and then that FOMO just rolls and rolls and rolls. You need to make the money. You need to make the money, and that's how you, in a day, you can lose 90% of your account, and you can blow your account. Don't do signals, kids. So there you have it. That's a basic introduction. It's definitely a helicopter going over. You might not be able to hear anything. But yes, that's a basic introduction of what Forex is, why people choose to get into it, and some common myths and things like that, I guess. going forward into like different episodes, I'm looking to obviously to get the charts involved, go through some theories and things like that. Definitely, this is just more of an introduction of what it is and etc. like we've spoken about. But yeah, so thank you for watching. Of course, if there's any like questions or like you want to know a specific thing or elements of it, just either leave it in the comments or message me on Instagram. I'll have a chat and I'll just probably pop it in a video. It's probably easier, and then I can explain things like that. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you later.